Hi, I'm Jer. Welcome to Kill-Divill, where we focus on rum and cocktails. Today we are going to make that holiday classic, eggnog. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. In either case, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications down below. Also, if you have an earliest memory of eggnog, feel free to leave that in the comments down below. If you're just here for the recipe, the timestamps are in the description down below. Otherwise, here's some background. Eggnog is of American origin. The earliest written reference to it can be found in a newspaper from Philadelphia from 1788. All the other early references are also American. Eventually, Europeans came over, tasted eggnog, thought it was pretty okay, and brought it back to Europe with them. From there, eggnog became a holiday classic. It became something you had to have in order to truly celebrate Christmas and New Year's in particular. Outside of those two holidays, eggnog is normally not drank at all. Most people, when they think of eggnog, they think of brandy. However, if you go back to earlier recipes, if you go back to earlier references, you'll find that eggnog was made with all sorts of different spirits. Eggnog was made with brandy, yes. It was made with whiskey, yes. It was made with rum. It was also made with tequila, if you're into that sort of thing. Today we are going to make a recipe using just rum that I adapted from this book, Imbibe, by David Wondrich. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I've never actually heard it said. The recipe in Imbibe calls for both brandy and rum. However, because I'm a rum guy, I'm going to take out the brandy and just use rum. A note on the rum. Because eggnog is so rich and creamy, you're going to want a rum that's going to have some flavor that's going to come through all that creaminess. Today I'm going to be making eggnog with a spiced rum. You don't have to use a spiced rum. You can use an aged rum of some sort, something with some weight, something with some taste. Chances are you don't want to be using a white rum though. You don't want that alcohol bite in eggnog. You want it to still retain that smooth and creaminess. When it comes to spiced rum for eggnog, I almost always use one of two rums. My wife prefers the Stormbringer spiced rum from Brewstillery because it's sweeter. Personally, I like the Alander Nordic spiced rum from Far North Spirits. It's not quite as sweet, and that's a little bit backwards. Normally my wife likes stuff a little bit less sweet, and I like them a little bit more sweet, but this is eggnog, and it's festive, and there you go. Both of these rums are from small craft local distilleries here in Minnesota. If you don't have access to them, try a spiced rum of your preference, or try any aged rum. Now let's make the drink. The first thing I'm going to do when I make an eggnog from scratch is I'm going to get my shaker, and I'm going to put all the ingredients in here without ice. The first ingredient is going to be my simple syrup. I'm using a 2-to-1 sugar cane, or cane sugar, simple syrup. And I'm going to put a half an ounce of that in. And that half an ounce is 15 milliliters. Next, I'm going to put in the rum. In this case, I'm going to be using the Alander because I'm going to be drinking this later. And I'm going to put in 2 ounces of that. 2 ounces is 60 milliliters. Next, a dash of nutmeg. See if I can get this without dumping everything around. Okay, there we go. Poor placing on my part. I'm just going to put a dash of nutmeg in here. Fresh grated nutmeg is better than dry stuff, but I only have dry, so that's what I'm using. Next, we're going to put in the milk. And I'm going to put in half a cup, which is 4 ounces, which is 120 milliliters. Check my math. Half a cup of milk. Finally, the egg, and I'm going to use a whole raw egg. Okay, let's talk about the egg. Some people are a little bit hesitant to use eggs in their drinks, but it's a very traditional ingredient, actually. A little bit of splash. Wash my fingers. Now, we're going to dry shake this first. What that means is no ice. And what this does, number one, it's going to create a froth. And using egg white or egg will give you a frothy drink. Number two, I've been told that the alcohol and the egg will cook together. The alcohol will cook the egg. And that's why we dry shake. This is not an exothermic reaction. This isn't getting hot, so I don't know how the egg cooks myself. But maybe there's a chemical reaction that denaturizes the proteins. Who knows? But dry shake. From there, if I can get that off, I'm going to add in a little bit of ice. And note that because you dry shake, it doesn't create the seal, so some of the ingredients will get a little bit out. So some ice, because now we're going to chill it. Keep a good grip. All right. Whew. Little bit messy. Into the glass. I don't know if you can see the froth on the top of that. All right. Quick wash my hands. Final step, garnish. Dash of nutmeg on top. And there you have it, a rum eggnog. Happy holidays, drink with good spirits.